It's time now for Voices of Roatan, people making a difference here on the island. We've all heard her name, and now we're going to meet her. In case you don't know what she does, she runs the Clinica Esperanza, and her name is Miss Peggy. Miss Peggy joins us now, the first part of a two-part interview. If you drive the main road, chances are you're going to pass a sign that says Clinica Esperanza, which is run by Miss Peggy, who's with us right now for this Voices of Roatan. And a lot of people probably think they know what goes on here, but they probably don't. Miss Peggy, thanks for taking the time with us.
Thanks for inviting me, and I'm glad to have the opportunity to talk to you about the clinic.
What goes on at this clinic? Tell me. If I'm injured on this island, I have nowhere to go. Where do I go? Why do I come here?
Well, we are an outpatient day clinic, open from 7 in the morning till 6 at night. We have general outpatient care, pediatric care, dentistry, laboratory. One of the things we do is a lot of outreach stuff on the island also, though, for educational purposes. For the schools, for pregnant moms, we do prenatal classes. We do oral health classes for the students in the schools. We do vision screening. When I first came, I thought, this is really neat. Nobody has to wear glasses down here. Then I realized they just couldn't afford them. So we provide glasses for our older patients, for readers, and then when we go out to the schools, we check the kids, and we have a team that comes down in August that provides glasses for the kids that need glasses.
You're in your 15th year.
That's correct.
Are you surprised?
I'm shocked. I never would have in a million years dreamed that this clinic would be this big and this involved in the community. We're involved not only here, but we partner a lot with the Roatan Hospital. We have a clinic that we help in Oak Ridge. We help with all the Central Day Salutes. We just distributed over 1 million children's vitamins to all the Central Day Salutes in the hospital, and 1 million prenatal vitamins to all the Central Day Salutes in the hospitals on the island.
Of all the things that have gone on this island, this is one of the success stories, and a lot of people will tell you it's hard to be successful here because so many things get stacked against you. You depend on donations of medicine.
100%.
And you have doctors from around the world who come here. You have med students that come here and do a rotation. How does that work? And what do they bring you? And how does that help the doctors that are stationed here already?
Totally. The building, the supplies, the medicines are either donated or money is donated to purchase. I don't have any money. I'm poor. But how does it work? I think it works because there's thousands of people involved with it. It's not just one person bringing stuff, but it's thousands of people. And I think people feel good when they know that they can donate to a place that the end result of whatever they donate is going 100% to where they wanted it to go. Whether it's money or medicine, I feel like we do a great job in not only helping our patients, but helping every patient on this island. Last week, we exchanged meds with the hospital. We gave the hospital some of the meds they needed. They gave us some that they had an abundance of that we were lacking. It's hard for me to buy liquid meds and have them shipped in from the World Health Organization because they're heavy. So if I can get those from the local government and give them medications, antibiotics, and things that they need, it's just helping the people.
How do you feel about being a bit of a local personality? Because that helps you.
I don't consider myself that. I consider myself just blessed that I've had the opportunity to do it. And I would suggest to other people, you feel so much more blessed giving yourself away than taking. And I can't tell you how blessed I am.
Well, you bring things to you by giving.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And you've done that. When you started, that's its own story, but you had to give, and all of a sudden everybody was there.
That's correct. When the clinic first started, it started because my housekeeper had neighbors that were suffering, and she brought them hoping that I could help them when she found out I was a nurse. And they had gone to the hospital, but the hospital didn't have medications, or the hospital was really overwhelmed. It's still really overwhelmed by the number of patients and the facility, the physical facility of the building is just not big enough to handle the number of people on this island that need care.
How many do you see each day?
We see somewhere between 80 to 100 patients every day. And that's 5 days a week. Probably 40% of those are children. We do a lot of well children and ill children also. Most of the children that we see have respiratory tract infections, asthma, dehydration, diarrhea, skin infections. We treat anybody that walks in the door. Money is not an object. We do charge $5 or 100 lempira, but no one absolutely is turned away if they cannot pay. And I've had people that have been very wealthy, that have been in an accident on a boat, that have come in and they were like, I don't have any money. I don't care. They're not the source of the finances for this clinic. The sources of the finances come from God and all the people that He uses, and it's thousands of people now.
You're listening to Voices of Roatan and our conversation with Miss Peggy, part one of a two-part interview. We invite you to listen to the second part later. Just keep it here on Voices of Roatan, 101.1 Blue Wave Radio.